Have you ever dreamed of exploring Canada? A land where mountains kiss the sky and rivers sing, where nature stretches endlessly and every turn reveals wonder. Feel the thrill of untouched forests and roaring waterfalls. Stand beneath northern lights dancing in silent winter skies. Wander historic cities brimming with culture, charm, and color. Taste maple syrup where it's born, sweet and golden. Watch whales breach beside cliffs on the Atlantic coast. Explore hidden trails in the heart of the Rockies. Marvel at glacier lakes that shimmer like frozen gems. From bustling Toronto to quiet Yukon, stories await. Canada blends wild adventure with warm, welcoming spirit. Every province has its own secrets to share, from French villages to indigenous lands full of history. Find peace in snowy silence or festival energy. Catch a hockey game or hike under golden leaves. Canada is more than a place, it's a feeling. Every path leads to something beautifully unexpected. Let's explore fascinating facts and unforgettable destinations together. Your dream trip starts with one curious step forward. So follow along as we reveal Canada's finest treasures. We'll show you what makes this country truly unique. Subscribe now for more breathtaking travel stories and sights. Comment below, what's your favorite Canadian place or memory? Or share the one spot you're dying to visit. Don't keep the magic to yourself, share with friends too. Because every explorer deserves a taste of Canada's beauty. Let this be your guide into the heart of the North. Adventure, mystery, and wonder, all waiting just for you. Welcome to Canada. Let's begin. Canada has the longest coastline of any country in the world. You could walk its shores forever and never finish. In Churchill, Manitoba, polar bears roam the streets like locals. It's the only place with a polar bear jail. Canadians eat more mac and cheese than any other nation. Yes, it's practically a national dish after poutine. Speaking of poutine, it's cheese, gravy and fries, pure. Quebec invented it, and Canada proudly devours it. The $1 coin is affectionately called a loonie. And the $2 coin? Naturally, it's called a toonie. Canada's national sport isn't just hockey, it's also lacrosse. Indigenous peoples played it long before hockey hit the ice. The national animal is the beaver, furry, stubborn, and resourceful. It once helped build Canada's fur trade economy. In Newfoundland, some people still speak with an Irish lilt. Their dialect is one of North America's most unique. Canada is so big, it has 6 time zones. You can eat breakfast in one and dinner in another. Toronto's Path is the world's largest underground shopping complex. Over 30 kilometers of stores below the busy streets. Banff National Park is older than most countries' governments. Established in 1885, it's a crown jewel of wilderness. In Dawson City, people drink a cocktail with a human toe. Yes, it's called the Sour Toe Cocktail. Look it up. Every July, Calgary hosts the world's largest rodeo. The Calgary Stampede is cowboy culture in full swing. Canadians say sorry more than any other people, politely, legendary. They even made a law clarifying it's not legal guilt. In Quebec, winter festivals involve canoe races over frozen rivers. Yes, they run and paddle at the same time. The maple leaf has been a national symbol since 1868. It's more than syrup, it's national pride in leaf form. The CN Tower in Toronto was once the world's tallest. You can dine in a restaurant that slowly rotates. Canadians invented basketball thanks to Dr. James Naismith in 1891. It started in a gym and took over the world. The word Canada comes from Kanata, meaning village or settlement. It was a misunderstanding that named a country. In summer, the Yukon gets almost 24 hours of daylight. Perfect for midnight hikes under the sun that won't set. Moose can dive up to 6 meters underwater. And you thought they just stood around looking majestic. In Nova Scotia, bagpipes and kilts are still going strong. Scottish heritage is alive and echoing across the Highlands. Canada's Parliament has its own official cat colony. They live on the grounds and are well cared for. Wherever you go, Canada's full of stories, quirks and smiles. Welcome to Canada, where every mile unfolds a new kind of magic. Let's explore 10 incredible places that define this vast, beautiful country. From rugged coasts to vibrant cities, these destinations capture Canada's heart. Every step reveals a story, a landscape, a reason to return. Banff National Park, Alberta Banff, is a jewel in the Canadian Rockies, pure alpine beauty. Turquoise lakes mirror towering peaks with postcard-perfect precision. Lake Louise is a glowing gem cradled in silence. In winter, skaters glide over frozen glass beneath snowy mountains. Ride a gondola for sweeping views of valley and sky. Hike through forests scented with spruce and glacier-fed streams. Banff Town offers fireside charm, cozy shops, and fresh mountain air. Relax in hot springs as snowflakes melt on your face. Banff brings peace, adventure, and wonder all in one place. Vancouver, British Columbia. Vancouver is where sea, city, and sky meet perfectly. Mountains tower beside glittering skyscrapers and calm blue waters. Stanley Park wraps the city in a forested hug. Bike the sea wall with ocean breezes and eagle sightings. Granville Island offers fresh markets and artistic charm by the water. Ski in the morning, sail in the afternoon. It's possible. Sunsets at English Bay feel like warm golden poems. Every neighborhood hums with culture, food, and color. Rainy days? Perfect for cafes, galleries, and quiet strolls. Vancouver balances city life with wild serenity effortlessly. Quebec City. Quebec City whispers history through cobbled streets and stone walls. Old Quebec is a fairy tale frozen in time. Chateau Frontenac watches over the St. Lawrence like a guardian. French cafes spill music and warmth into the winter air. City lights reflect off snowy rooftops like glittering confetti. During Winter Carnival, ice sculptures sparkle beneath glowing lanterns. Sleigh rides echo past gates older than the nation. Here, every street corner tells a story in French. Enjoy poutine, pastries, and centuries-old charm in one bite. It's Europe in North America, authentic and unforgettable. Niagara Falls, Ontario Niagara Falls, is thunder, mist, and awe in motion. Feel your heartbeat rise as the water crashes down. Ride a boat straight into the roaring curtain of mist. Rainbows bend through the spray like living bridges. At night, the falls glow in lights of every color. Take a helicopter ride for a bird's-eye gasp. Explore tunnels behind the falls for a surreal view. Nearby, Niagara-on-the-Lake offers wine and Victorian charm. Vineyards stretch across the horizon in gentle rows. Niagara is nature's roar with a side of grace. Whistler, British Columbia. Whistler is a winter dreamland and a summer playground. Snow blankets the village in festive fairy tale calm. Skiers carve down Olympic slopes in sparkling powder. Snowboarders soar over ramps with mountain backdrops. In summer, bikers zip through forest trails at full speed. Ride the peak-to-peak gondola between mountains. Hot tubs steam under starry skies and snowy peaks. The village bustles with laughter, cocoa, and gear shops. Nearby lakes shimmer with reflections of endless green. Whistler delivers thrill and tranquility in every season. Prince Edward Island is gentle, poetic, and painted with coastal peace. Red cliffs crumble into oceans kissed by soft breezes. Lighthouses dot the shore like sentinels of solitude. Green Gables is real, and the fields are literary dreams. Pastures roll into beaches where time forgets to tick. Locals greet you like an old friend you forgot. Seafood boils are summer's most delicious celebration. Charlottetown hums with maritime music and harbor charm. Cycling trails pass lupins and whispering meadows. Prince Edward Island is like a storybook written in waves and wind. Toronto, Ontario. Toronto is fast, diverse, and alive at every corner. Skyscrapers rise beside food trucks and street musicians. The CN Tower offers a sky-high thrill and view. Edgewalk lets you dangle over the city's edge. St. Lawrence Market is a sensory feast of global flavors. Kensington Market is a collage of vintage art and spice. Multicultural festivals fill the year with dance and delight. Hop a ferry to Toronto Islands for peace and picnics. Urban meets nature in seamless balance and buzz. Toronto is Canada's pulse, loud, colorful, and always moving. Gros Morne National Park, Newfoundland, feels like Earth before the humans came. Cliffs rise from fjords carved by ancient glaciers. The tablelands expose Earth's mantle in golden rock. Hike through quiet trails where moose softly tread. Villages along the coast offer warmth and fresh fish. Kayak through waters that reflect cloud and sky. The park sings with silence, echo, and old stone. Geology meets mythology in every rocky turn. In Gros Morne, the world feels wild and eternal. It's a place where nature humbles and inspires. Ottawa, Ontario, Ottawa blends elegance, history, and capital pride. Parliament Hill glows with tradition and grand architecture. Watch the changing of the guard with royal flair. In winter, skate along the frozen Rideau Canal. Spring brings the Tulip Festival in fragrant bursts. The Canadian Museum of History reveals stories beneath the surface. Rideau River winds through leafy parks and peaceful corners. Byward Market buzzes with foods, crafts, and late-night charm. Ottawa is political, poetic, and quietly full of soul. It's Canada's heart wrapped in culture and calm. Tofino, British Columbia. Tofino is where the Pacific sings and forests breathe. Surfers ride waves beneath misty, overcast skies. Long Beach stretches endlessly, kissed by crashing tides. Storm watchers huddle in cabins, tea in hand. Waves crash like thunder and lull like lullabies. Rainforests rise in green, mossy mystery behind the shore. Hot springs steam near waterfalls on nearby islands. Tofino honors indigenous roots and coastal traditions proudly. Seafood here tastes like ocean and open sky. It's quiet, wild, and deeply connected to the elements. From coast to coast, Canada offers more than scenery, it offers soul. Each of these places tells a story worth hearing. In every province, a new kind of beauty awakens. Whether you're chasing thrills or seeking peace, Canada delivers. Pack your curiosity, your sense of wonder, and your boots. This land is vast, but its welcome is warm. So take the road, follow the wind, and wander. Canada's heart is open. The journey has only begun. Here's what you need to know before exploring the wonders of Canada. A pro tip for travelers is to pack for changing weather. Canadian weather can flip from sunshine to snow in hours. Layering is your best friend, especially in spring and fall. Summer, June to August, is perfect for hiking and festivals. Fall offers gorgeous foliage, fewer crowds, and crisp air. Winter is magical but cold, great for skiing and snow sports. Spring brings blossoms and deals, but some attractions stay closed. A pro tip for travelers is to plan by region. Canada's size means weather and seasons vary widely by province. Here's what you need to know about getting around. Major cities have reliable transit, buses, subways, and light rail systems. For cross-country travel, flights are faster than driving long distances. Via Rail offers scenic train routes for slow travel lovers. Renting a car is great for national parks and back roads. Keep in mind, distances between towns can be vast. Gas stations may be sparse in rural or northern areas. A pro tip is to download offline maps beforehand. Here's what you need to know about local etiquette. Canadians are famously polite. Please and thank you go far. Holding doors and waiting your turn is standard courtesy. A pro tip: always apologize if you bump someone. It's Canadian law. Tipping is expected. 15 to 20% at restaurants is the norm. Respect Indigenous lands and communities. Ask questions, learn, and be respectful. Smiling at strangers isn't weird. It's part of the friendly vibe. Here's what you need to know about currency and language. Canada uses the Canadian dollar. Coins are called loonies and toonies. A pro tip: most places accept debit or credit cards. Quebec is primarily French-speaking. Learning a few phrases goes a long way. English is spoken everywhere, but signs may appear in both. Currency exchange booths are common at airports and big hotels. Always check if there's a foreign transaction fee on your card. Here's what you need to know to stay safe. Canada is generally very safe, low crime, and helpful locals. A pro tip: watch for wildlife warnings in national parks. Avoid leaving food outside. It attracts bears and raccoons. Scams are rare, but beware of overly friendly strangers in tourist zones. Keep your belongings